Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathanyel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today.
That's the truth. Hey, man, you ain't subscribed yet? Stop playing games, man. Like, share, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell button, do the comments. Let's go.
All right, all praise to the Most High. All right, brothers and sisters, today's class is going to be called Purity versus Passion. Purity versus passion, walking in the spirit, not in the flesh. All right. Purity versus passion, walking in the spirit, not in the flesh. So we're going to dive into some deep basics today. Dive into the things that we need to know to live, to make it to the kingdom of heaven, and also how to get knowledge, how to get wisdom, how to get understanding. All right. Let's start off Psalms 111 and verse 10. Psalms 111 and verse 10.
Psalms chapter 111 and verse 10.
Go ahead.
The fear of the Lord.
The fear of the Lord
is the beginning of wisdom.
The Lord says you got to fear him in order to gain that wisdom, that understanding that we all crave and desire. You got to, first of all, you got to fear the Lord. Go ahead.
A good understanding.
A good understanding.
Have all they that do his commandments.
That do what?
That do his commandments.
So the Lord said you won't understand that you got to keep the commandments. That's why you see a lot of camps today, they don't keep no commandments, man. They don't keep no dog. That what all they can teach about is the white man. That's it. All they can teach about is the white man and having multiple wives. That's it. But here, all praise to the Most High, the Lord put the spirit on our bishops, to say, if you want true understanding, you want wisdom, you got to start with the law. You got to start with the commandments. And that's what we all must have, the knowledge of the commandments of God, and do them. Finish that.
His praise endureth forever.
Jump to Psalms 119 and verse 41. Psalms 119 and verse 41. Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 119 and verse 41.
Go ahead.
Let thy mercies come also unto me.
Come on.
O Lord, even thy salvation according to thy word.
We all want mercy. We should be praying for mercy. But mercy takes action. We want mercy is things that we must do. So we may be worthy of that mercy, worthy of that grace, worthy for the Lord to look down upon us and say, okay, I'm going to show that brother, that sister mercy. For what they're doing, I'm going to give them mercy. Read on.
So shall I have wherewith to answer him that reproacheth me.
Go ahead.
For I trust in thy word.
Watch this.
And take not the word of truth utterly out of my mouth. For I have hoped in thy judgments.
We hoped in God's judgments. Go ahead.
So shall I keep thy law.
So shall what?
So shall I keep thy law.
Come on.
Continually. Forever.
For how long?
Forever.
Come on.
And ever.
You saw that? David said he keep God's laws continually, forever and ever and ever. That's the mindset we got to have. We got to be fervent to keep God's laws. In order to keep God's laws, what we got to do? We got to learn the laws. We got to study the law. We got to apply the laws of God, because that's how we're going to get wisdom. That's how we're going to get wisdom on how to move in this society, how to move in this wicked of a nation. Whether you're in America, whether you're in Africa, whether in the UK, whether you're in Australia, South America, Canada, the wisdom of the commandments should be flowing within us wherever we at. Because the Lord don't care where you at. You break his commandments, you get judgment. And there's no excuse. There's no excuse. You know how, like here in the States, fornication is big in the States. Fornication, right? America's Babylon the Great. We understand that. You think I can go to the Lord and say, Lord, the reason why I committed adultery is because I live in America. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Read on.
Verse 45. And I will walk at liberty.
Watch this.
For I seek thy precepts.
You got to seek the Lord's precepts. That means you got to study. You got to pray. You got to apply. You got to ask questions. You got to be amongst the brethren, be amongst the body, the fellowship. That's how you seek those precepts. Deuteronomy 6:1. Hey, hand me a pen over there. Yeah, just hand me a pen out there. Thank you. Deuteronomy 6:1. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 1.
Come on.
Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments.
Watch this.
Which the Lord your God commanded to teach you, that ye might do them.
Go ahead.
In the land whither ye go to possess it.
Read.
That thou mightest fear the Lord.
That is what?
That thou mightest fear the Lord.
Remember we read the beginning of wisdom, right? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Right here it says that thou mightest fear the Lord. Read verse 1 again. Let's see what the fear is. Read verse 1 again.
Now these are the commandments.
The what?
The commandments.
The commandments.
The statutes. And the judgments which the Lord your God commanded to teach you.
Jump to verse 2.
That thou mightest fear the Lord thy God.
Go ahead.
To keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I commanded thee, thou and thy son and thy son's sons, all the days of thy life.
Go ahead.
And that thy days may be prolonged.
So what is the fear of the Lord? The fear of the Lord is keeping his commandments. That's the fear of the Lord. The fear of the Lord is keeping his commandments. So when we read in Psalms 11:10, the fear of the Lord, right, bringeth wisdom, a good understanding of all that keep the commandments. It tells you right there, Deuteronomy 6, what does it mean to fear the Lord? Psalms 119 and 120. So like I said, today we're going to go over some deep bases of the law. Purity versus passion. We all want to remain pure. Now, when I say passion, I'm going to get into it. I'm not talking about you are passionate in keeping the commandments. I'm talking about a different type of passion. A passion that combats your purity. The passion that takes away what it means to be pure. And that passion is what you got to fight. Because we all have passions. We all have sins inside of us that are pleasing, that feels good, that tastes good, that releases a lot of dopamine in your brain. But we got to fight it. We have to fight it. Whether it's slothfulness, whether it's fornication, whether it's malice, hatred, envy, lying, stealing, bestiality. We're going to go over all these things today. We're going to go over all these things today. All right? Read that.
Psalms 119 and 120.
Come on.
My flesh trembleth for fear of thee.
Fear of the Lord.
And I am afraid.
And we are afraid
of thy judgments.
We got to be afraid of being judged. We have to be afraid of God's judgment. We think of judgment as you go to court, you get pulled up by the police, you go to court, you face a judge, right? You go to jail for a certain amount of time, or you get a death penalty for certain, whatever the case may be. But God's judgment is talking about spiritual death. It's talking about something that you can't fix. You can't win. You can't come out of that thing. You can't appeal that death. You can't reverse it. Thank you. You cannot reverse that judgment. No matter what type of lawyer you got, no matter how much money you got, you cannot reverse the judgment of God. And when God decides to judge you, it's a fearful thing. It's a fearful thing. So we're going to read about a judgment that was fearful. Go to 1 Samuel 15. We're going to read 1 Samuel chapter 15, and we're going to start at verse 1.
1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 1.
I know y'all heard about King Saul, right? Brothers, y'all heard about King Saul? Okay, all right. We're going to read about King Saul because King Saul did not have that fear of the Lord. And because of that, he faced the judgment of God. The same judgment that we should fear. We should have that fear inside of us that the Lord can judge us anytime when we disobey his commands. So we're going to read about it. Verse 1.
1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 1. Mm-hmm. Samuel also said unto Saul, the Lord sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people.
Go ahead.
Over Israel. Mm-hmm. Now therefore, hearken thou unto the voice of the words of the Lord.
Yep.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts. I remember.
So remember, Samuel said what? Thus said the Lord of hosts. That's a commandment. Samuel's about to give Saul a commandment that came from who? From God. Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way.
Go ahead.
When he came up from Egypt. Now go and smite Amalek.
Smite means to kill. Smite means to destroy. The Lord told Saul to go kill Amalek. Read on.
And utterly destroy all.
Utterly means completely. Utterly destroy them. Come on.
Destroy all that they have, and spare them not.
Spare means to save. The Lord told Saul, do not save them. Kill them all. Watch this.
But slay both men.
Kill all the men.
And women.
Kill all the women.
Infant.
Kill all the babies.
And suckling.
Kill all the newborn babies. Kill the children and the babies. See, this the God that they don't like to read about in church. This the God that Christianity won't read about. They won't read this story. How God told Saul to kill babies.
Black highlight.
Yeah. They highlight that scripture in black. They take that permanent marker and hey, they scribble it. That's why they say start in the New Testament. Start with his love. God loves everyone. Love. Wait a minute, hold up. Because then they read the same God. What did it say? He's the same, the Christian, same today, tomorrow, yesterday, forevermore. This is the same God that said kill all the babies. Watch this, keep going.
Ox and sheep.
He said kill the animals. I don't know how it is in Africa, but in America, you kill a dog, you go to jail. You kill somebody else's cow, your ass you go to jail. The Lord told Saul, kill the animals. Kill everything. And that let me think. That made me think. I don't want to go too deep, but that made me think. Think about it. The Lord say everything was defiled. That means the animals were defiled. Think about that. That means everything was evil. Everything was defiled. How you defile an animal? Read on. Come on, Omar, stay with me, bro.
Ox and sheep.
Come on.
Camel and ass.
Even the camel. The camel had to die. The donkey had to die. Go ahead.
And Saul gathered the people together and numbered them in Teliam, 200,000 footmen.
200,000 footmen.
And 10,000 men of Judah.
10,000 Judites. Come on.
And Saul came to a city of Amalek.
A city of Amalek. Go ahead.
And laid wait in the valley. And Saul said unto the Kenites,
Yep.
Go, depart, get ye down from among the Amalekites.
Jump down to verse 7. Jump down to verse 7.
Verse 7. And Saul smote the Amalekites.
And Saul smote the Amalekites. Hey, hold up. They said the mic is low. Did you see that?
I can hear you. Like I got you in my ear right now.
I understand. So the mic is not low?
I can turn up some more.
Hey, brothers and sisters, is the mic too low for y'all? Yes. Okay. Brothers say no, sisters say yes. I don't want it that loud. Oh, you know what? Turn our speaker down. Yeah, turn our speaker down. And we could turn up our mic. Check, check. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Check, 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 check. Is that better? I said, Brother Caleb, is that better? Okay. All right. Yeah, just let us know. We can turn it up more if you need to. Okay, all praise, all praise, all praise. Okay. All right, go ahead.
Verse 7. And Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah until thou comest to Shur.
Go ahead.
That is over against Egypt. And he took Agag.
What he did?
He took Agag.
Now Saul knew what the Lord told him to do. The Lord told him to do what? Kill everybody. Kill everything. Kill every baby. Kill every child. Kill every camel, every ox, every donkey. Why this man took somebody alive? Why did he spare somebody? Read on.
And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive.
Go ahead.
And utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword.
So he said, okay, I'm going to destroy everybody, but I'm going to keep one. Watch this. What else he do? Read on.
But Saul and the people spared Agag.
Saul and the people spared Agag. Watch this.
And the best.
And they go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And the best of the sheep.
And they spared the sheep.
And of the oxen.
And they spared the oxen.
And of the fatlings.
And they spared the fatlings.
And the lambs.
And the lambs.
And all that was good. And would not utterly destroy them.
Saul said, I'm not destroying all this. Look at all this gold and diamonds and stuff. Look how fat them sheeps are. Look how good them cows are. Look how good them lambs is. Passover about to be lit. We about to have a feast when we get back. We about to have a feast of Mary for this great spoilage of Amalek. Go ahead.
But everything that was vile and refuse that they destroyed utterly.
Go ahead.
Then came the word of the Lord unto Samuel, saying.
So then the Lord speak to Samuel. This was before he went to Saul. Read.
It repenteth me that I have set up Saul to be king.
Y'all know what that mean? That mean the Lord called Saul the nigga. He said, man, this dude is a nigga. This dude is evil as hell. I gave this dude a chance. And this dude's a nigga. Go ahead.
For he is turned back from following me.
He did what?
For he is turned back from following me.
He turned back from following the Lord. Go ahead, watch this.
And hath not performed my commandments.
Then keep his commandments. Come on.
And it grieved Samuel. And he cried unto the Lord all night.
Read.
And when Samuel rose early to meet Saul in the morning, it was told Samuel, saying, Saul came to Carmel, and behold, he set up a place and is gone about and passed on and gone down to Gilgal. And Samuel came to Saul, and Saul said unto him, Blessed be thou of the Lord. I have performed the commandment of the Lord.
You hear what he said? Y'all hear what he said? He said, blessed be, what did it say?
And Saul said unto him, Blessed be thou of the Lord.
Blessed be God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Go ahead.
I have performed the commandments of the Lord.
I did exactly what he told me to do. Saul knew he had jacked up. He knew he was lying. He knew he did exactly what he wanted to do. But he got the nerve to say, I did all the commandments of God. That's just like brothers and sisters be like, I'm still in the truth. Even though I hate my brother, I still love God. Even though I hate my husband, hate my wife, I still love God. Even though I'm doing things contrary to what the Lord commanded me to do. You're in the same boat. You're in the same boat as Saul. You don't even realize that the Lord is about to take his spirit from you like Saul did. Watch this. Keep going.
Verse 14. And Samuel said, What meaneth then this bleating of the sheep in mine ears?
So think about it, right? Saul tells Samuel, I did exactly what the Lord told me to do. All Samuel hearing is, bah, bah. Hey, Samuel hear sheeps and lambs and goats and cows in the background. He's like, hold up, why? If you did everything you're supposed to do, why I hear animals chirping in my ear? What is this? Read that part again.
And Samuel said, What meaneth then this bleating of the sheep in my ears?
Go ahead.
And the lowing of the oxen which I hear.
So Samuel, I hear animals. What do you mean you did what the Lord told you to do? The Lord told you to kill all the animals. Why do I hear animals? Go ahead.
And Saul said, They have brought them from the Amalekites.
What did he say?
They have
What did he say?
They.
Saul said they brought them for the Amalekites. Not me. They did. Saul was an evil dude, man. Go ahead.
They have brought them from the Amalekites. For the people spared the best of the sheep.
You see that? You see what he said? For the people. For the people. Now watch this. Jump back to verse 9, because Saul told Samuel, for the people spared them. Read verse 9 again.
Verse 9. But Saul and the people spared Agag and the best of the sheep.
So who spared them? Saul did. Saul spared everything. He was the king. He was the king. They did what he told them to do. He allowed it. He spared everything. Read on.
Verse 15.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 15. And Saul said, They have brought them from the Amalekites, for the people spared the best of the sheep and of the oxen to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God.
Go ahead.
And the rest we have utterly destroyed.
We gotta pay attention to the wordplay. Pay attention to the wordplay, y'all. Because this is how we do. When we commit sin, we try to run around the sin that we committed with wordplay. We try to say, well, I didn't actually do this. I didn't actually do. No. You committed sin. Watch what Saul say. I want you to read it slow. Watch the wordplay Saul is using. Read it slow. Go ahead.
They have brought them.
The people have brought them. Go ahead.
From the Amalekites.
They did this, Lord. Come on.
For the people spared the best of the sheep.
The people spared the best of the sheep. Watch this.
And of the oxen.
Go ahead.
To sacrifice unto the Lord thy God.
Watch this.
And the rest we have uttered. The rest we.
Now, I wasn't involved in that, but I was involved in killing everything else. I was involved in what they did. I did what you told me to do. I killed everything. They did that. They took the best. I killed everything. I did what you told me to do. Go ahead.
And the rest we have utterly destroyed.
Go ahead.
Then Samuel said unto Saul, Stay, and I will tell thee what the Lord hath said to me this night. And he said unto him, Say on.
Go ahead.
And Samuel said, When thou wast little in thine own sight.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Go back to verse 9. Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. We go back to verse. I'm gonna tell you, man. Saul was tricky in the wordplay, man. Go back to verse 9. Read verse 9 again. Watch this.
Verse 9. But Saul and the people.
Saul and the people. Remember, in verse 15, he said the people did it. In verse 9, it says he was involved in it. Go ahead.
But Saul and the people spared Agag and the best of the sheep and of the oxen and of the fatlings and the lambs and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them, but everything that was vile and refuse, that they destroyed utterly.
And that they destroyed. Okay, go back. I ain't gonna be on that too much longer. Verse 17.
Verse 17. And Samuel said, when thou wast little in thine own sight,
When you was nothing, go ahead.
wast thou not made the head of the tribes
The
of
Lord
Israel?
say, when you was nothing, you was made king of Israel. When you was nothing, you didn't have no status, you didn't have no fame. Go ahead.
And the Lord anointed thee king over Israel.
And the Lord anointed you king over all Israel. Come on.
And the Lord sent thee on a journey and said, go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites.
The sinners, they were sinners, they was evil people. Come on.
And fight against them
And kill them.
until they be consumed. Wherefore, then didst thou not obey the voice of the Lord?
You didn't obey the voice of God. Saul did not obey the commandments of God. A lot of time we want to see God. I'm gonna wait for God to talk to me. I'm gonna hear from God. But who did Saul hear the commandments from? Samuel. And what did the Lord call Samuel's voice? The voice of God. That goes even back to our leadership. The leadership, the bishops, is the voice of God. He's the voice of God.
That's right.
The Lord is dealing with him to give us direction on how to move in preparation for our king's return. That's the voice of God. Go ahead.
But didst fly upon the spoil, and didst evil in the sight of the Lord? And Saul said unto Samuel, yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord, and have gone the way which the Lord sent me, and have brought Agag, the king of Amalek.
Don't even make no sense what he's saying. Yeah, I obeyed the voice of the Lord, but I still did what he told me not to do. Read.
And have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. But the people took of the spoil.
You see? But the people did it. The people. Go ahead.
Sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God in Gilgal.
Saul said they did that to sacrifice to you, God. They took the best of the best just to give to you. But the Lord say, I didn't want it. It was all defiled. Remember, Job would say, who could take an unclean thing and make it clean? Who can do it? Read on.
And Samuel said, hath the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices?
Go ahead.
As in obeying the voice of the Lord?
The Lord said, I'd rather you obey me than burn a doggone sheep. I'd rather you obey me. Go ahead.
Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice.
So, okay, jump down to, matter of fact, yeah, read on.
And to hearken than the fat of rams. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft.
Rebellion against God's commandments is the sin of witchcraft. And you know, like you read in Exodus, right? What is that? Exodus 22? When it say Exodus 22:18. Read that. Exodus 22:18.
Yes, sir. Exodus chapter 22 and verse 18.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
The Lord say, you rebellious, he's not going to suffer you to live. That means you are going to die. For your rebellion, you are going to die. And remember, the class is purity versus passion. Purity versus passion. You have to fight to stay pure. But that passion for rebelliousness is what's going to cause you to be put to death. Read on, go back. And yeah, let's finish it. If I pray thee. Start with, read 24.
1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 24. And Saul said unto Samuel, I have sinned, for I have transgressed the commandment of the Lord.
So now when the Lord said, I'm going to kill you, that's basically what the Lord told him. Rebellion is at the sin of witchcraft. Basically said the Lord said, I'm going to kill you for what you did. Now he say, oh, dang it, I sinned. I transgressed now. Ain't that how we do? We wait for judgment to ask for forgiveness. We wait for judgment. We wait till we get caught. We wait till our sins come to the forefront for everybody to see. Then we ask for mercy. Then we ask for compassion. Right. Then we want forgiveness. Read on.
And thy words, because I feared the people and obeyed their voice.
So Saul said he listened to the people. So he's saying the people caused him to sin. Come on.
Now therefore, I pray thee, pardon my sin and turn again with me, that I may worship the Lord.
So he told Samuel, pardon my sin, take away my sin. Take away my sin so I can worship God. Watch this.
And Samuel said unto Saul, I will not return with thee.
Samuel said, I'm done with you. Go ahead.
For thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, and the Lord hath rejected thee from being king.
The Lord
over
said,
Israel.
I rejected you for being king. That's the Lord taking his spirit from Saul. That's the Lord saying, I'm no longer going to walk with you. I'm no longer going to protect you. The Lord took his spirit from Saul. Read on.
And as Samuel turned about to go away, he laid hold upon the skirt of his mantle, and it rent. And Samuel said unto him, the Lord hath rent the kingdom of Israel from thee this day.
Watch this.
And hath given it to a neighbor of thine that is better than thou.
So you gotta understand what Saul is hearing. Saul is the king over Israel. He messes up. Samuel says, the kingdom that you are over is going to be given to a man better than you. And remember, Saul was still the king. So we ain't gonna read it, but it behooves y'all to read on when David comes into play. Saul knew that this was the guy. That's why it says Saul eyed David. He like, this is the dude that's going to take my spot. This is the dude that's going to take my spot. You know what? I'm going to bring him to me. I'm going to sit him amongst me. I'm going to watch him. I'm going to plot for him. I'm going to be envious. I'm going to show hatred. I'm going to give him an evil woman. I'm going to set him up to try to kill him. Because Saul knew that David was a part of that judgment for his sin. Saul knew it. He knew it. That's why when we read Psalms 119, 120 again, Psalms 119 and 120, Saul knew David was a part of that judgment. Psalms 119 and 120. Read that again.
Psalms chapter 119 and verse 120.
Go ahead.
My flesh trembleth for fear of thee.
That's why David said, my flesh trembleth. Trembleth means to shake. That's trauma. Read on.
And I am afraid of thy judgments.
And you got to be afraid of God's judgments because God can put you through even worse. You know, the scripture says he's a king of terror. It calls him the great and evil God. No, the great, terrible God. The king of terror. He says he kill, he make alive. And there's nobody can deliver you out of his hand.
That's
now,
a cold precept.
Go to Isaiah 42 and 21. Watch this. Isaiah 42 and verse 21.
Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 21.
Go ahead.
The Lord is well pleased for his righteousness' sake.
The Lord is well pleased. Come on.
He will magnify the law.
The Bible says that the Lord is going to magnify the law. Magnify. Pull up, magnify. Pull up, magnify. Yep. Yeah, read that.
Magnify, extol, laud.
Go down. Just keep reading.
To cause to be held in greater esteem or respect.
To cause to be held in greater esteem. That means their importance level has increased. Go ahead.
To increase.
To increase
in significance.
In significance.
Intensify.
Intensify. Go down.
Exaggerate.
Go down to read the synonyms.
Synonyms. Color.
Oh, yeah, go back up. I don't even know what all the words mean. To enlarge, read that.
Number 3, to enlarge in fact or in appearance.
So the Lord said he was going to increase the significance of what? The law, the commandments. He was going to increase the significance of the commandments. Why? So that we can make it to the kingdom. Go to Matthew 15. Watch this. Go to Matthew 15:3. Here's an example of the Lord. What did you say? Increasing the significance of the law. Here's an example. Matthew 15:3.
Matthew chapter 15 and verse 3.
Go ahead.
But he answered and said unto them, Why do ye also transgress the commandment?
The Lord said what?
Why do you also transgress the commandment?
Transgress the laws. Come on.
Of God by your tradition.
By your what?
By your tradition.
Our traditions that we keep. The Lord said, I'm going to magnify the law. So that means your traditions are now going against the commandments of God. People say, oh, it's just a baby shower. It's just a birthday. I'm just celebrating the day I was born. It's just Christmas. We do it for the kids. It's just Thanksgiving. We want a plate. It's just Easter. We doing an Easter egg hunt. It's for the kids. Look at the kids playing around, laughing and joking. These are traditions that cause us to transgress the law. That's the Lord magnified the law. So that means what? That means there is no, it's what does it say? It's black and white. It's black and white. There is no gray area. Thank you. There is no gray area with the law. You can't say, but you know, Jesus is the reason for the season. I don't know if y'all heard it out there, but we hear that all the time. Jesus is the reason for the season. Hey! Then they start foaming out the mouth. Shucking and jiving. All over the floor. Shaking.
Catch a seizure. Demon.
They season up. But the Lord say your traditions cause you to transgress. Go to Matthew 6:24. So remember, we're talking about purity versus passion. Purity versus passion. We really haven't gotten into it quite yet, but we're about to start diving into the deepness of purity and passion. All right. Matthew 6:24.
Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24.
Go ahead.
No man can serve two masters.
So we got to realize, we cannot serve two masters. What does that mean? That means on one hand we serving God, but on the other hand we serving what we love, what we really love, whether it be money, whether it be women, whether it be your kids, whether it be your job. You cannot serve two masters. Read on.
For either he will hate the one,
Either you're going to hate one
and love the other,
and you're going to love the other.
or else he will hold to the one
You're going to hold to one,
and despise the other.
you're going to despise the other. And that's how brothers and sisters fall out of this truth, because they are still holding on to one. And then what eventually happens is one of them you got to despise. One of them you got to love over the other, and one of them you got to despise more than the other. Those that fall out this truth never realize that what they really love is sin. Or they never acknowledged it, because they know, but they never acknowledge it. That holding on to sin, you will despise God. You will despise God. That's why the Lord told Saul, the sin of rebelliousness is as what? Witchcraft. You put a doggone spell on yourself. You think you're doing something right, but it's really evil. And then you trick yourself to make yourself believe it. Like you put voodoo on yourself. We're going to get to that. We got time. We're gonna get to witchcraft later. Hebrews 11:25. Commandments say either you're going to love one or despise the other, right? Watch this. Hebrews 11:25.
Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 25.
Watch this. Go ahead.
Choosing rather to
Start at verse 24.
verse 24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years,
Talk about Moses.
refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's
You know
daughter.
what it means to be called the son of Pharaoh? That means everything belongs to you. Everything Pharaoh got belongs to you except his women. The fame, the fortune, the money, the power, the respect, everything belonged to you. What did Moses do? Come on.
Choosing rather to suffer affliction
Moses said, I would rather suffer affliction. Go ahead.
with the people of God
Watch this.
than to enjoy the pleasures,
Enjoy what?
the pleasures
The pleasure
of sin
of sin.
for a season.
Sin is pleasurable. Sin makes you feel good. I was watching this movie, and it was this dude. This dude was married to this woman for like 20 years. But he was committing adultery. He had an affair with this younger woman who didn't have nothing going for herself. His wife was talented, took care of the kids, and this young hoe didn't have nothing going for himself. Nothing going for herself. What would make a man leave his wife of 20 plus years to dive into an affair that lasted 6 months, and now he wanted to leave his wife for 20 years for a younger woman that he been screwing for 6 months? What would make a man do that? Because it's pleasurable. Adultery is pleasurable. It had nothing to do with the woman. The woman is just the cake. The adultery is the icing on the cake. The adultery make the cake taste better. Just like icing. You put icing on the bread of the cake, it make it taste better. It's bland without the icing. It's boring. Without the icing, it's boring. Without the icing, it ain't sweet to the taste. It don't release them dopamine. The icing on the cake is what you go for. That's what adultery is. That's what sin is. Sin is the icing on the cake. That's what sin is. So I'm like, dang, I'm watching the movie and I had to think about it. Like, damn. That's crazy, because then he left his wife and then he did what? Regretted it. Because now the devil, Satan, has left. Satan has left. You know, they say the grass is green on the other side. No, it's not. You just got to water your grass. Just water your grass, and it will be just as green as the grass you see on the other side. Right, what you think is green, it ain't actually green. What'd you say? It's crabgrass. It's crabgrass? Oh, I ain't know what the hell that was. It's fake grass. It ain't got no dirt in it. Nothing. It's turf. It's fake. Where we at? So sin is pleasurable. Go ahead.
Verse 26. Esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures in Egypt.
You see that? And that lets you know something too. That lets you know that who Moses was dealing with was Christ. Because he said that what? Read it again.
Esteeming the reproach of Christ.
Moses esteemed the reproach of who?
Of Christ.
That lets you know who Moses was dealing with was Christ. I'm going to just drop that nugget right there. Moving home. Go to 1 Corinthians 9. Oh, that was good. Go to 1 Corinthians 9 and verse 27. So, how do you remain pure? Because sin is very pleasurable, right? Sin is very pleasurable. That means it could get you hooked. You turn into a dope head. You turn into a drug addict. You turn into an alcoholic. You turn into a fiend. Fiend means drug addict. For those that don't know. I just learned that word like this year. Fiend. And hey, you used fiend back in the day? Bro, I never used fiend in back in the day, bro. Okay, fiending, okay. But I never heard, fiend, like, oh, you a fiend. I just heard like, yeah, you fiending. I never heard like, oh, you a fiend. That's a thing now. Well, all right, whatever. So it takes discipline. It takes discipline to resist that pleasure of sin. That's that purity versus the passion. The purity is that discipline side of things. The passion is that pleasurable side of things. Talking about sin. Walking in the spirit, not in the flesh. Walking in the spirit is purity. Walking in the flesh is that passion for what? Sin. Read on.
1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 27.
Good.
But I keep under my body and bring it unto subjection.
You see what Paul say? Paul said he brought his body unto subjection. That means your body, your flesh, is desiring something. It's telling you, go get it. Go get it. Look at it. Go grab it. Go talk to it. Go taste it. Go do it. Go do it. That's what your flesh telling you. But when you bring that flesh under subjection, that means you are ruling over your flesh. You are taming that demon to where you don't fall into temptations because you are ruling over their flesh. Read on.
Lest that by any means, when I have preached to others,
go ahead,
I myself should be a castaway.
So Paul said, if I give in, I'm going to be a hypocrite. The Lord going to cast me away because I'm teaching y'all to remain in the spirit, deny the flesh, but yet I'm doing what? I'm giving in to the flesh. So we got to remain disciplined. And it takes discipline to bring your pleasure into subjection. It takes discipline. Right? So pull up passion. So remember, I said purity versus passion. Let's pull up passion. Let's get a definition of passion. Go down. So this is passion. I want you to go down. Go down is like C. Go down. Emotion. Nope. Go down. Go down. Right there. C.
Passion. C. Sexual desire.
Passion. Another definition of passion is sexual desire. Read the next one.
D, an object of desire or deep interest.
An object of desire, deep interest. Read B.
B, a strong liking.
A strong liking
or desire for or devotion.
Devotion.
To some activity.
Devotion means you are devoted. You're committed to this activity. You're committed to this action, to this sin. Go ahead.
Object or concept.
Now pull up purity. Pull up purity. Read that.
Purity. The quality or state of being pure.
Go down. Go down, go down, go down. Yes, read those.
Synonyms. Chasteness. Innocence.
Innocence, I like that. Innocence, innocence, innocence. Modesty. Purity goes into modesty, goes into innocence, right? 1 John 3:1. So remember, this is the battle. Purity versus passion. 1 John 3:1.
1 John chapter 3 and verse 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us,
Go ahead.
that we should be called the sons of
The
God.
Lord said, what love is that? There's no greater love. The Lord calls us the sons of God. Come on.
Therefore, the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not.
Because the world don't know Christ. Come on.
Beloved, now are we the sons of God, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be.
Go ahead.
But we know that
We know
when he shall appear, we shall be like him.
the Lord said when he come back, we going to be like him. We're going to be like him. You know what that means? We're going to be perfect in every way. Go ahead.
For we shall see him as he is.
Watch this.
And every man that hath this hope in him.
Every man that hopes to be perfect, every man that hopes to see Christ and be as Christ, read on,
purifieth himself,
purifies himself,
even as he is pure.
So it says that if you got this hope in you, you are going to learn how to purify yourself. You're going to learn how to be pure because Christ was pure. Christ is pure. It means Christ was without sin, without blemish. He was pure. Watch this. What makes you pure? Psalms 19:7. What makes you pure? Because it says if you got this hope, if you're trying to make it, you got the hope of the kingdom, you're going to do what? You're going to purify yourself. Psalms 19:7. Let's see what makes us pure.
Psalms chapter 19 and verse 7.
Go ahead.
The law of the Lord is perfect.
Come on.
Converting the soul.
Watch this.
The testimony.
The testimony and the law are the same thing. Come on.
Of the Lord is sure.
Watch this.
Making wise the simple.
Come on.
The statutes.
The statutes. So it went from the law to the testimonies and the statutes. It's the same thing. Go ahead.
The statutes of the Lord are right.
Watch this.
Rejoicing the heart.
Come on.
The commandment of
Now it went from the law to the testimonies to the statutes. Now it says the commandments. The commandments read,
of the Lord is pure.
Is pure. So how do we become pure? Keep God's commandments. How do we purify ourselves? Keep God's commandments. Keep God's laws. Learn God's testimonies. Keep God's statutes. That's how you become pure. Romans 8:5. Romans 8 and verse 5.
Romans chapter 8 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh.
The Lord say, well, Paul says, when you are after the flesh, you are going to mind the things of the flesh. That means you are going to give in. You're not going to put your body into subjection. You're not going to put your flesh into subjection. You're not going to put your sins into subjection. That means you're going to go after your sin. You're going to seek different avenues to fulfill that pleasure of sin. Read on.
But they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit.
Go ahead.
For to be carnally minded is death.
To be carnally minded is death. Sinful minded is death. Go ahead.
But to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Spiritually minded is going into keeping the commandments. Jump to chapter 7 and verse 14.
Chapter 7 and verse 14.
Remember, it says, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Go ahead.
For we know that the law is spiritual.
The law is spiritual. Go ahead.
But I am carnal, sold under sin.
Go back.
Chapter 8 and verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against God.
The carnal mind is hatred against God. Come on.
For it is not subject to the law of God.
What verse you at?
Verse 7.
Read.
Neither indeed can be. Verse 8.
Watch this.
So then they that are in the flesh cannot please God.
The Lord said, they that are in the flesh, cannot please God. Galatians 5. Galatians 5 and 19. You ready, Omar? Get ready. Galatians 5 and 19. So we're going to go over some things that are fleshly. All right. We're going to go over some things that it's going to cause us to lose our purification, lose our purity, and allow the passion for sin to win. Read.
Galatians chapter 5 and verse 19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest.
Remember, we just read in Romans 8. I read it in 8. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please God. In Galatians, Paul tells you what the works of the flesh are. Read on.
Which are these? Adultery.
One of the works of the flesh is adultery. Play that video. One of the works of the flesh is adultery. Play that video.
Have you ever felt like your world was crashing down because someone you trusted betrayed you? That's because the impact of betrayal trauma goes beyond just emotional pain. And when it's your partner who betrays you, that can hurt even more. So today we're going to talk about a topic that affects so many people but is rarely discussed, which is partner betrayal trauma. Whether it's infidelity, lies, or deceit, betrayal from a loved one can have long-lasting effects on the brain. And in this video, we'll explain the true impact of partner betrayal trauma. But first, let's shed some light on what this kind of trauma really is. Because the truth is, it's not just what most people think. We get it. Most people know that partner betrayal can happen in many ways, like cheating with prostitutes or having an affair with someone close, like a friend or coworker. But guess what? That's just one part of partner betrayal trauma. This type of trauma also includes pornography and intimacy anorexia when talking about
the space bar. So we're not going to watch the whole video, but it talks about betrayal trauma. Talks about when you commit adultery, the effects of adultery, the effect that you have on your spouse. As a man, you commit adultery on your wife. Now your wife dealing with betrayal trauma. Now your wife dealing with trust issues. Now she dealing with disbelief. Now she dealing with lack of faith. Now she's seeing you as a nigga. That's a real story. I had a brother tell me his wife is evil as heck. But he done committed adultery on her multiple times in the truth. And at the time, his wife was a prominent figure in the body, in the groups, doing the work, everything. You commit adultery, and now she like, I can't trust you. She tell this brother, God is not with you. He said, no, we doing this. She says, no, I'm not. God is not with you. I don't want to talk to you. I only want to talk to Bishop. I only want to counsel with a deacon. You know what we tell him? Bruh, you did that. That's your trial. That's your trial. Get Proverbs 6. So adultery is a sin of the flesh. And that passion we must subdue. We must subdue the passion of adultery. Proverbs 6:32.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding.
The Lord said you lack understanding. You lack understanding. Why? Because you don't realize that you are in danger. You have no idea what you're doing right now. You are destroying a whole two families. You're destroying families by committing adultery. You lack of understanding. Go ahead.
He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul.
The Lord said you destroy your own soul. You destroy your own soul. Go back to Galatians 5.
Galatians chapter.
So that was adultery, right? Go ahead.
Galatians chapter 5 and verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
Now the works of the flesh are manifest.
We talked about, go ahead.
Which are these: adultery, fornication.
Let's get the video. Fornication. Play a video.
Of you.
Multiply it by 3, and that's the real.
If body count doesn't matter, what's your body count, starting with Desiree?
I've been sexually active for 25 years. So honestly, I'm not 100% sure, but I would say probably around 50.
I don't believe you.
You think it's more?
I think maybe 50,000. I want to say less than 10.
22. I think 32.
Out of respect to my son, because he's watching the show, I'm not going to answer that, but I only say that I haven't been with a lot of men.
More than, like 110.
Are you like a runner-up for me? Come on, are you close?
More than you, yeah.
No, she said
More than me?
More than 200?
No, I wouldn't say more than 115.
How old are you?
26, 27.
I'm not going to say it on the internet, but it's single digits.
Less than 5.
This is
Hey,
for
so
all
you
of
got women giving their body counts. One woman says her body count, and for those that may not know, a body count means the amount of different men that they've slept with. One woman says her body count is 115. And she's only 26. That's crazy. I got to do the math on that. Let's see, 26, let's see. What? 16? 16 times 365. That's 5,840 days divided by what, 110? She slept with somebody every 50 days of her life. From her teenage years. That's crazy, bro. She slept with a different man every 50 days. And that ain't talking about the frequency of that same partner. You understand what I'm saying? She could be sleeping with this same dude for months, years. But every 50 days, she changes a partner. That's sick. That's some nasty stuff. Oh, you know she got something deep. She got some type of disease. That's fornication. Get the next video.
Higher body counts are more likely to cheat. Men
So
with higher
now
body counts are more
we
likely
talked
to get
about
divorced.
the women. Now we're going to get to the men having multiple body counts, which means men sleeping around with a lot of women or a lot of men. Never know. Go ahead. Run it back from
Higher body counts are more likely to cheat. Men with higher body counts are more likely to get divorced. Men with higher body counts are less likely to be satisfied in their marriages. Though that's the suite of results that we're seeing in these studies. It's also showing those things for women, but conveniently these kind of red pill freaks are like, it's women.
So it says men with higher body counts are more likely to commit adultery. They're more likely to leave their wives. They're more likely to cheat. They're more likely to be unhappy in a marriage. Because of what? Fornication. 1 Corinthians 6:18. 1 Corinthians 6:18.
1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 18. Flee fornication.
The Lord says what?
Flee fornication.
We got to flee fornication. Fornication goes into girlfriend, boyfriend. It goes into sleeping around from man to man, from woman to woman, having sex with multiple partners. Fornication goes to pornography, watching porn. That's fornication. The Lord tells us to flee fornication. Flee fornication. Is that it?
No, sir.
Go ahead.
Every sin that a man doeth is without the body, but he that committeth fornication sinneth against his own body.
You sin against your own body. You sticking your rod into things that you don't know what they got. Death. In the pot. That's great. Right. Death in the pot. A hole of a. Death in the pot. We ain't talking about cooking. So go back. Go back to Galatians. Yes, so the Lord said we got to flee fornication. Fornication is a what? Is the work of the flesh.
Galatians chapter 5 and verse 19. Mm-hmm. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness. Pause it.
Pull the video. Yep. Watch this.
Be careful having relations while you're on your cycle, and who you're having relations with while you're on your cycle. I was randomly thinking about this, and I did this twice in my lifetime. And I know a lot of you probably like, well, I don't care. I'm gonna please my husband or my man, even if I'm on my cycle. Good for you. But for me, just be careful, especially if you're a single woman who has multiple partners, or you're not too sure about the person you're being intimate with. And even some of you married ones shouldn't even be doing this blood covenant with your husband.
She calls it a blood covenant. Pause it. She calls a man sleeping with his woman, sleeping with any woman, or a woman sleeping with any man while she's on a menstrual is a blood covenant. That's what she called it. Play it. Watch this.
So I did this twice, once in my 20s and then once in my early 30s. And in my 20s, I did not understand this whole blood covenant when you have relations on your cycle. I don't think the cycle is dirty or anything, but it's very magical. Be careful. So this guy who was like, oh yeah, you my girl, I'm your man. Yeah, he was a horrible boyfriend. But we were probably 20, 21 at the time and very into each other sexually. And we would like go at it like almost every day, right? And I was avoiding during my cycle, like, look, I don't want to do it during my cycle. Like, let's just chill. You can wait 5 days, calm down. It's not that serious. And it was just 1 month where he was just like, no, I gotta have you. And we end up being intimate during my cycle. And instantly afterwards, I remember feeling spiritually wrong. Like my flesh was satisfied, but like spiritually, it just felt wrong. Something was off. When I tell you the next time I saw this man, he pulled a knife out on me. He just was randomly smoking a cigarette one day. We're outside near my house, and he pulled a knife out on me. Was just like, yo, are you cheating on me? And I was just like, what are you talking about? And I played crazy. I was just like, oh, you know, you can kill me if you want. I don't want to live anyway. I played the crazy girl thing. He was like, you crazy. I like it. This man was crazy. And ever since that day that we were intimate during my cycle, he became more and more obsessive. Fast forward to my 30s, I used to be a poet, and I met this guy. He was a poet too, and, you know, creatives be attached, right? And we end up chilling one day, Netflix and chilling, you know, that type of thing. And we ended up in an intimate moment, and my cycle wasn't due for like maybe a couple of days or maybe even a week. But when he entered in me, I began to bleed, right? Your body is telling you this person spiritually isn't right for you. And he was like, oh, you feel different. And when he's like, oh, wait a minute, cut the light on. And when he looked down, when I tell you there was like a puddle of blood, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, that made me stop. And again, same thing happened. Not the knife, but maybe like 2 weeks after that, he was trying to contact me. I was busy doing my thing. I really didn't respond to him. And one night, I'm hearing rocks being thrown at my window.
So, hey, long story short, she's saying that having sex on a menstrual is a blood covenant. She said there's nothing wrong with it. It's natural. It's a blood covenant. Basically, she's saying that it causes men to get attached and act crazy, lose their wits for her. But what does God say about it? Leviticus 15. Get Leviticus 15. Remember, this is that uncleanness. Uncleanness. The Lord said he ain't with that stuff. Leviticus 15 and 25.
Leviticus chapter 15 and verse 25.
19. I'm sorry, 19. Yeah, 19.
And verse 19. And if a woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood,
go ahead,
she shall be put apart 7 days.
That issue in her flesh is her menstrual cycle. That issue in her flesh is her menstrual cycle. Go ahead.
And whosoever toucheth her
go ahead,
shall be unclean until even.
That touches her is talking about sex. It's talking about sex. If you have sex with your wife on a menstrual, you are unclean. You are in sin. Go ahead.
And everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean.
Go to verse 25.
Verse 25. And if a woman have an issue of her blood many days out of the time of her separation, or if it run beyond the time of her separation, all the days of the issue of her uncleanness.
So that means if you're on your menstrual and it run past 7 days, so that means the 8th day you're still bleeding, go ahead,
shall be as the days of her separation.
You have to add 7 more days. All right. If you are, sisters, if you're on your menstrual and on the 8th day you're still bleeding, you have to add 7 more days to that. It's like it says, it will be as the days of your separation. That means you add more days to it. Read on. Is that it?
She shall be unclean.
And you are unclean, meaning what? You cannot be sexually touched. And you know what? Sexually touched means no sucky, no pokey, no groping, no nothing. Nothing sexual active. Nothing that can call, how can I put it? Thank you. Get you all praises. Nothing that causes stimulation. Is that what it is? That's what it is. Nothing that causes stimulation, all right? Use that time to pray, fast together, pray, all right? Use that time, all right? Go back to Galatians.
Galatians chapter 5 and verse 19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery.
We went over adultery.
Fornication.
Went over fornication.
Uncleanness.
Went over uncleanness.
Lasciviousness.
Lasciviousness. Put that video up. Lasciviousness. Play that.
Welcome back to Sister Circle Live. Over its history, the church has been the moral compass and hub for many in the Black community. Unfortunately, many of those in the LGBTQ community have been pushed aside its walls.
As a gay man and pastor of an inclusive church here in Atlanta, Bishop Oliver.
Yeah, you heard it right. A gay man and pastor in Atlanta, Georgia. What do you know? Go ahead.
Plight Allen III is on a mission to empower the broken, inspire the empty, and educate the masses about the power of self-love and acceptance.
Don't let people's perception control your purpose. People will always have opinions about who you will. But I'm with a million things. I'm with them, not you.
Wow. Please welcome Bishop Oliver Clyde Allen III. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm in the
Yes.
sister circle.
Yes. Welcome to the couch. Yes, looking good too.
Thank you so much.
Looking good. So
Thank
when
you.
did you know that you were called to minister to people?
You know, I feel like all of my life, I felt God, the universe, just pushing me towards something great. I'm not sure that there was this one specific moment, but I had defining moments that let me know that I had something to do in the world, that I had something to contribute to the world.
Yeah.
I identified that as my call over time.
Nice. So your family initially was not very supportive when you first came out.
Yes.
Your level of support from the church, what was that like? And was there an internal struggle with your ministry and also your sexuality?
Well, I think like most of our families.
Sure.
Yes.
Go to the next one. So that's a gay pastor. That's lasciviousness. Go to which is an evil sexual lust. Go to the next video, and I want you to start at 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. You got it?
Condemning people in church, what was that shift? Like, when did you decide that it was not only wrong for you, or was it, but it was definitely wrong for others?
Building the pattern of adjusting like a chameleon, adjusting to be loved and accepted. And so I didn't grow up.
This is another gay pastor. Now, mind you, look, remember the Lord said you can't serve two masters. Either you're going to love one and hate the other. How can you be in the midst of this, what's the word? Debauchery, thank you. How can you be in the midst of this debauchery talking about God? How? But this is things that we must overcome as a people. As a people, there are brothers and sisters that are dealing with this type of spirit, and you must fight it. You must fight it. You must fight it. Purity versus your passion for sin. You must fight it. Play it.
I started going to church at age 12 with a relative of mine, and then eventually my family started coming along. But when I realized that this was the pattern behavior, it was orthodox for you to condemn the weakest or the least of these, which was the gay community, I joined right on in for that love and acceptance. And so when I realized that, people questioned me, but if I got up and denounced it, if I got up and condemned it, people wouldn't question me anymore. People wouldn't point the finger at me and say, oh, he's gay. Oh, no, he's not gay. He's up there saying gays are going to hell. So as much as I could continue hiding and whatever I could do to hide, I did. And so many ministers, so many people of the faith walk this walk.
Say it again.
So many ministers and people of the faith walk this walk. I will never write a tell-all, but if I told all...
Oh, I know. You free a lot of souls.
It is not only common in the church. Science has actually done studies that if you find a person that is extremely vocally homophobic, that person is gay.
Yeah.
What? That is crazy as hell. If you find someone that's extremely homophobic, that person's gay. That makes no sense at all, bro. That makes no sense at all. You wanna? Okay, hold up. Pull up the next one. Yep.
Bestiality is much more common than you think.
So bestiality is when you have sex with animals. Goats, sheeps, lambs, chickens, cows, camels, mooses, pigs, fish, anything. Dogs, cats. You cannot have sex with animals. But it says bestiality, and this is in 2015. Bestiality is much more common than you think. Go down. Go down. I'm sorry, go up. Is that what I want? Yes, provided.
Provided he doesn't cause the animal any pain.
Go ahead.
In the eyes of the law, that man has done nothing wrong. You can also do it in Chile, Finland.
You can go to Finland and have sex with an animal. Go ahead.
Or on the beaches of Hawaii, as well as in Japan.
You can have sex with animals in Japan.
And certain parts of Australia.
Even Australia, come on.
Which also do not prohibit sexual activities between human and animals.
So you got a lot of countries that will allow you to have sex with an animal. You got a lot of countries. Go down. Start at 1 point.
1 point of slight comfort before we continue. It is totally illegal in South Africa and has been for centuries. Humans having sex with animals is called bestiality, and it isn't nearly as rare as you might think.
Go down. Risk factor for penile cancer. They say you have sex with animals, you get penile cancer. Go down. Go down. Go down. I read something earlier. Hold up, right there. Go up. The most common animals.
The most common animals involved are dogs.
Dogs.
Followed by horses.
It said the most common animal is a dog.
Oh, that's nasty.
Can't have sex with your dogs. Then it said followed by horses. You ain't supposed to be having sex with a dog on a horse. Go ahead.
Other farm animals such as donkeys, sheep, camels, and even chickens are also popular choices. Both male and female animals can be involved depending on the preferences of the human regarding penetrating.
So let's get Leviticus 18. You cannot have sex with animals. You cannot have sex with animals. Verse 23.
Leviticus chapter 8.
Verse 22.
18.
We talked about homosexuality, right? About the pastors being gay and all those other things dealing with the bestiality. So start at verse 22.
Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 22.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt not lie with mankind.
The Lord says a man should not lie with mankind. Go ahead.
As with womankind.
That's homosexuality. And that's talking about both ways. Homosexuality. Come on.
It is abomination.
That's the flesh. That's the flesh that we must subdue. Go ahead.
Neither shalt thou lie with any beast.
Now you talk about bestiality. You can't have sex. Have sex means what? You cannot stick your private part, your rod, into an animal. You cannot allow an animal to please you sexually. That's bestiality. The Lord says, do not do that. And it's happening. It happens all the time. Unreported reports. Go ahead.
Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith.
Go ahead.
Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto.
See that? The Lord says a man ain't supposed to be sticking his rod into an animal, and a woman is not supposed to be allowing an animal to stick their rod into her. Go ahead.
It is confusion.
It is confusion. So go back to Galatians. We ain't gonna be able to get through this whole thing. I'll do part 2 next time I teach. We got a few more scriptures to bring out. We got like 10 minutes, so go ahead.
Galatians chapter 5 and verse 20. Idolatry, witchcraft.
No. Read it from the top.
Galatians chapter 5 and verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery.
We went over adultery.
Fornication. Uncleanness. Lasciviousness. Idolatry.
Now idolatry. Pull that up. Pull that video up we got. This is in, what's this at? No, it's I think it's in Nigeria, I think. Play it.
Hundreds of Catholic believers in Abia, southeast of Nigeria on Friday attended
Look at that. Pause it. Nigeria. One of the tallest statues of a white Caesar Borgia, who the world says is Jesus Christ. Go ahead, play it.
Tallest statue of Jesus Christ The African tallest statue, weighing 8.5 meters, was erected at St. Aloysius Catholic Parish, Abuja, founded by a rich Nigerian businessman, Obinna Onuoha. Bishop of Olu Catholic Diocese, Most Reverend Augustine Ukwoma, described the statue as magnificent, commending the Onuoha family.
Leviticus 26:1.
Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 1. Ye shall make ye shall make you no idols, nor graven image, neither rear you up a standing image.
A standing image, go ahead.
Neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your land.
Watch this.
To bow down unto it.
And that's what our people doing. Our people bowing down to a standing image of stone. Of Caesar Borgia, who they believe to be Jesus Christ. Psalms 106 and 32. Psalms 106 and 32. And that's big in Africa, man. The blackest continent on the face of the planet, and we worshiping a white man. Psalms 106 and 32.
Psalms chapter 106 verse 32.
Come on.
They angered him also at the waters of strife, so that it went ill.
This is talking about us coming out of Egypt in the wilderness. We angered the Lord. Come on.
So that it went ill with Moses for their sakes.
Come on.
Because they provoked his spirit, so that he spake unadvisedly with his lips.
When Moses hit the rock. Come on.
They did not destroy the nations, concerning whom the Lord commanded them.
Read that in Deuteronomy 7. The Lord said, destroy these nations. We didn't do it. Read.
But were mingled among the heathen.
We mingled among the heathen. I mean, we became assimilated. We assimilated among the heathen, the other nations. Go ahead.
And learned their works.
And we learned their works. Watch this.
And they served their idols.
And we served their idols. We do that today. We are mingled among the heathen, among the white man, the China man, the Arab man, the Japanese man. We are mingled among the heathen, the Hamites. And now look what we're doing. We're serving their idols. We're serving their gods. We have assimilated to serve the other nations' gods. Let's see what the Lord says. Read on. Watch this.
Which were a snare unto them.
And those gods have become a snare unto us. Those gods have caused us to be in contrary with God's commandments. Other nations' gods have called us to be walking in the flesh and not in the spirit. Because now we have assimilated so much that we do it unconsciously. We unconsciously, without even realizing it, we worship other gods. Why? Because we were raised that way. Our mama, our grandma, our great-grandma, great-great-great-grandma, they were taught that and they taught us. And now it's become a snare unto us. Go back. Go back to Galatians.
Galatians chapter 5 and verse 19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft.
Pull up the article of what we just pulled in Wikipedia, right? Witchcraft. I'm gonna do 2 more scriptures. I'm gonna end it, and Lord's will, next time I'll do a part 2 next time on. So. Witchcraft in Africa. Go down. Read that.
African witchcraft beliefs are incredibly diverse, encompassing practices from healing and divination to the worship of ancestral spirits and deities. Some of the most notable African witchcraft traditions include voodoo, hoodoo, Santeria, and Candomblé.
Come on.
Each with its unique blend of African, indigenous, and sometimes Christian.
Sometimes what?
Christian or Catholic influences.
What is this saying, y'all? This saying that Christianity is witchcraft. It's saying that Catholicism is witchcraft. Read it again.
Each with its unique blend of African, indigenous, and sometimes Christian or Catholic influence.
That's telling you that the white man's religion is also a what? It's also witchcraft. It's also a form of witchcraft. That's the white man's witchcraft. We see voodoo, we think, oh, that's a black person witchcraft. That's Haitians. That's African witchcraft. We see hoodoo. Yeah, oh yeah, that's African. Santeria, that's African. That's Hispanic witchcraft. Brujeria, that's Hispanic witchcraft. Christianity is the white man's witchcraft. Catholicism is the white man's witchcraft. That's their witchcraft, but they make the world believe that when they hear Christianity, it's pure, it's love. No, it's witchcraft. And it influenced all the other witchcrafts that we are in today. Exodus 22:18.
Exodus chapter 22 and verse 18.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
That's why the Lord said he ain't suffering a witch to live. When you read a Revelation, it tell you that that America gained. Matter of fact, let's get it. Let me find it real quick. Let me see. Where's that where it says and souls? Is that it? Huh? Yes. Revelations chapter 18. And I want you to read, let me see. Start at verse 9.
Revelations chapter 18 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her.
The kings of the earth, the other nations, committed fornication with America. Go ahead.
Shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
That's the judgment for America. America's going to be blown to smithereens. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Read.
Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas.
Finally.
That great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
Go ahead.
And the merchants
is talking about the corporations
of the earth shall weep and mourn over her.
Chapter verse 12.
Verse 12. The merchandise of gold and of silver and precious stones and of pearls.
Where do you think America get all this from? Africa. The gold, Africa. Silver, Africa. Stones, Africa. Pearls, Africa. Fine linen, Africa. Go ahead.
And pearls, and silk, and scarlet, and all fine wood, and all manner vessels of ivory.
Come on.
And all manner vessels of most precious wood, and of brass, and of iron.
All this comes from Africa. They stole all of this. Go ahead.
And marble, and cinnamon, and odors, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beast, and sheep,
come on,
and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men.
And slaves and souls of men. That's the 12 tribes of Israel. That's the 12 tribes of Israel. How you think they did that? Witchcraft. That's how they did it. Witchcraft. And their God is Satan. Their God that gave them the access to power by using witchcraft is Satan. So go back. We almost done. Matter of fact, we're going to end on this. Go to Galatians 5 and read the last verse. We're going to end on this, y'all. Yes, start at verse 24.
Galatians chapter 5 and verse 24.
Go ahead.
And they that are Christ have crucified the flesh with the affections and lust.
Crucify means to kill. Crucify the flesh means to kill the flesh. Paul said he did what? He brought it under subjection. Saying the same thing. When you read it, when he said it in Romans, he said, I brought it under subjection. Galatians, he say, and they that are Christ have crucified the flesh with the affections and lusts. That means you became a new person. You crucified the flesh. You died, you was reborn again. Read on.
Verse 25. If we live in the Spirit.
If we live in the Spirit.
Let us also walk in the Spirit.
We must walk in the Spirit, brothers and sisters. All right? So all praise to the Most High. Hope y'all got something from the class. Purity versus passion. Remember, if we believe in all these things that we read, we believe that the kingdom is coming. Christ is coming to redeem us from our enemies. We must remain pure in all things. All right? Walk in the Spirit, not in the flesh. All right, brothers, stay strong out there. All right, stay strong, stay strong, stay strong. Sisters, stay strong. All right, we are praying for y'all. And Lord's will, we'll see y'all soon. All right? Most High Christ bless y'all. Shalom.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, His word,